everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the cluster V-stitch. Now this is a super fast stitch which gives a really pretty effect and is my go-to stitch, particularly for scrap blankets such as this one. Now, if this is your first visit to my channel, it would be amazing if you just took a moment to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So this blanket that I'm currently working on is quite a big wide one. I am using up my cotton scraps. I am just picking colours at random for this one. And I used I'm using a, if I can hold it, a 4.5mm crochet hook. Now this is a really simple, easy peasy pattern to do. To demonstrate, I am going to be using my new favorite squishy amazing yarn, which is the Shapier's Chunky Monkey. It's anti-pilling and it is so soft. I'm going to be using Orchid and White with a 6mm crochet hook just to demonstrate this stitch. So let's jump straight on in. So I'm going to be using my 6mm hook and my Chunky Monkey, and I'm going to pop a slip knot on my hook. Now the pattern multiple for the cluster V stitch couldn't be simpler. It is 3. That's it. You just keep chaining 3 for as wide as you want your project to be. Now that starting chain, you want to do it a little looser than normal because we'll be working quite a lot into each individual chain and you don't want it to pull super tight. So you may want to go up a hook size or just chain really loosely. So I'm just going to go ahead and chain a small sample of 24 stitches. So once you have your starting chain, you're going to skip the first 5 chains, dropping down from your hook. Remember, this loop doesn't count as anything. So skip the first 5 and we're going to work into that 6th chain from hook. So to do the cluster V stitch, yarn over, go into that 6th chain from hook, catch the yarn at the back, come back through. You'll have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, go back into that same chain, catch the yarn at the back, come back through. You'll have 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. And at that point, you've got 2 half-finished double crochets hanging from your hook. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to bring them together. Chain 2. And into that same chain, we're going to do another double crochet 2 together, which forms your cluster. So yarn over into that same chain, yarn over, come back through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go back into that chain, catch the yarn at the back, come back through, 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and then to bring them together, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that forms your first cluster V stitch. Skip 2 chains and work the same into the very next chain. So double crochet 2 together, chain 2, double crochet 2 together, all into the same chain. So you're going to continue down the row, skip 2, cluster V stitch, skip 2, cluster V stitch, all the way down until you have 3 chains remaining. So I've worked the cluster V stitch all the way down my chain and I've got 3 remaining. Now to end the row, you're going to end with a double crochet into that very last chain. But I also want to change colour on this row because I'm after the stripy effect that I have on my scrap blanket. So I'm also going to show you how you change colour. So work a double crochet into that last chain, but we'll change colour on the last step of that stitch. So before I finish that double crochet, I'm going to trim my yarn here, bring in my new colour, which is white, and I'm going to finish that double crochet by pulling over the new shade to finish that stitch. So I'm ready to begin the second row in white. So for row 2, I've switched out and I've put in a blue background because I'm aware white isn't the easiest colour to see against a white table. So for row 2 and for every subsequent row until your blanket, scarf, or whatever it is you're making is the desired length that you want, you're going to chain 3 and turn. Now we're going to be working into the chain 2 spaces that you created in between your double crochets 2 together. So into these chain 2 spaces, you're going to do this exact same repeat of double crochet 2 together, chain 2, double crochet 2 together, all into that chain 2 space. And work that into each chain 2 space of your cluster V stitches from the row below. Then to end the row, you're going to place a double crochet into the top of this turning chain from your starting row or the row below. And if you wanted to change colour, this would be the point to do it before you complete your stitch. Bring in your new colour, bring it through, chain 3, turn your work, and work your cluster V stitch into the chain 2 space in between your cluster V stitches from the row below, and end with a double crochet into the top of your chain 3. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for the cluster V stitch. As I said, it is my absolute go-to for when you want something a little bit different, but is nice and fast to work up and looks really effective, either in stripes like this or in a solid colour or with a variegated yarn. It's absolutely beautiful. If you have any questions, please feel free to shout in the comments section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. So until next time, happy crocheting!